Hopefully we get the people back. Hello, hello. That was weird. Before I could even get my last guess off the screen, the entire live dropped. That was very weird. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen before. I was putting my finger up there to like click on her name, because you click on the person's name and then you disconnect. I would have my finger going that way and the entire live dropped. That was so weird. Thank you all for coming back. I appreciate you. That was a beautiful reading for Miss Raina. I appreciate her being here today. All right, let's do this next card read for Miss Danny. All right, Miss Danny. Well, I would say Raina got a spirit and a card read, right? Because the information was coming through. I was like, I could just give it to her, or I could let the spirit give it to her. So I just went with the spirit. All right, Miss Danny, I'm going to ask you to go live. I was thinking about letting her come up. Hi, Danny.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
I feel like I just read you the other day. Did I just read you the other day?
About two or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, was it that for long ago? It feels like it was just the other day. All right.
Yeah, every time I try to do a
Can I
card
give you
read, a
direction?
spirit comes through.
Oh, you had a spirit come through?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. All right. Would you like direction on a certain subject, or would you like a general read?
A general.
Okay, very good. Let's say Danny's name until the cards say. Okay, they got stuck right there. We are stopping. Let's see what we have going on. Okay, very good. Okay, so I know, Danny, just from I've seen you in my lives and tapping into you, that you're a very intuitive person, right? You can feel when things are starting to come your way.
Yeah.
Have you been feeling some energies? Like, it's one of those energies where you can feel something coming your way and you're thinking, okay, do I duck? Do I hide? What do I do? Have you been feeling that?
Yeah, it's like a vibe. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, something's going to happen.
Yes, it is. The cards just said that. And I was like, oh, Danny's been feeling this. Okay, but let's start at the beginning of it. The first card is the moon. The moon, you see the dogs howling at the moon. It's about illusion and dreams and intuition and fear and anxiety, like all of these energies that play in your life. So this card is really calling, when I see it in your case, it's calling you to ground and making sure you are sticking to the facts. Sometimes we can let things go willy-nilly crazy in our head, right? This card is calling you to really ground, and you are recently starting a new journey. You have just recently started something new, and you're really excited about the possibilities. It is, and you're kind of stepping into this journey in blind faith. Do you know what that journey is?
The only thing I can think of is the homeschooling. But yeah, it'll be my first full year starting this month.
Yes, very good. And you're starting to feel some anxiety about it, but you're still excited, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the cards. You're feeling all that anxiety and you're starting something new. Okay, so now I'm glad that we're talking about this, because I don't know if you knew I homeschooled all my kids, and that's what this energy at the end is talking about. The next card we have is the Queen of Cups. You are absolutely making the right decision because you are filled with compassion. You're very calming and you're very nurturing. Now, the card that I was about to tell you was showing me that something is happening is the Tower card. The Tower card is not to be taken lightly. It's meaning that something is going to be a sudden change. And it's usually, here, let me pull clarification. I was about to say something about clarification. Okay, very good. This is what I thought. At first, looks like, that sudden change that happens and you think it's just all terrible and it looks bad. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, that was actually freaking fabulous. That's the kind of change that's going to come up. It's going to happen in about a month, there's going to be a sudden change where at first glance it looks like it's bad. But then once you get into it, if you take the energies of this change to a higher octave, it is going to be really, it's going to work out really well for you. It's going to be for your highest and greatest good. This card, the 10 of Cups, is all about love and harmony and blissfulness. And just in case we thought that that card wasn't good enough to solidify it's going to be a good change, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is also about good luck and good karma. This card really comes into play where you have done some things that maybe you didn't want to do, but you knew they were the right things to do, and you're getting rewarded for that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Very good. So yes, you're on the right track. Look out in like a month to 6 weeks, you're gonna have this sudden change. Don't get stressed out about it. Step back from the situation, look at it, and ask yourself, how can I take this to the higher octave? Because that's the energy that's going to get you rewarded.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Miss Danny.
Thank you.
All right. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I appreciate you today. Having some good energies coming through. First person had a card read and a spirit, and then Miss Danny had a card. I was wondering why. I was like, should I give her a spirit reading? And I heard from Spirit World, no. And she said I had just given her one a couple of weeks ago. So that's probably why. I want to thank everyone who is here. I so appreciate you today. I have a couple of events coming up. If you're interested in those, please go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, and you can look at those. It's under events. One is an in-person event that's local. I'm doing that with a local medium, another medium. And then the other one is a free online Zoom event, and that's happening August 29th. I just was looking, I got notifications. I was looking at my screen. I got notification. I just had someone reschedule for my reading tomorrow. So I have a 30-minute reading available tomorrow at 4:20, or you could do 4:20 or 4:30. That doesn't usually happen. So there you go. If y'all want a one-on-one reading with me tomorrow, I have one available 4:20 or 4:30. All right. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live, and thank you so much for being here. I very much appreciate you. Oh, you know what? Angela, let's do some psychic read. I haven't done psychic questions in a long time. Let's do that. Angela, so y'all can start putting your psychic questions in the chat. We're going to start with Angela. If you have been with me for a while, I'm going to ask you to help me out with these questions. And it's just a great way for you to practice your own intuition. If you are claircognizant, which is clear knowing, you will kind of get a knowing about the answer. If it's clairvoyant, you will kind of see a symbol or a picture that tells you the answer. If you're clairsentience, which is clear feeling, you kind of feel what the answer should be. All right, so we're going to answer this question. Angela is asking, should I go back to school? What are y'all feeling on that? Should Angela go back to school?
Sarah said yes right away.
I see Sarah said yes right away.
Hey, Jess. Jen,
And
yes.
Jess.
Sissy.
It's unanimous, right? Thank y'all for that hashtag on there. It is unanimous. I'm also feeling yes, go back to school. I'm feeling very positive about it. Just makes me happy. Okay, going back up here. Will I be switching jobs? This is Red Hair Kids. Will I be switching jobs? Okay, what are y'all hearing, seeing, feeling on that? Yes or no? Will Red Hair Kids be switching jobs? What are we getting on that? I know, right? Sarah was getting the same thing. Okay, now I love this. So for y'all who don't follow me a lot, Jen and Sarah are sisters, and they disagreed on this. They're actually twins, and they disagreed on this. Jen said, yes, you will. And Sarah said, not as soon as you hope. Well, I guess they're both right? Because Sarah is saying, yes, you're going to switch, but not as soon as you would hope. I am also getting the same thing, that you are going to be switching a job, but it's going to be more into next year, that it's not going to be nearly as soon as you would like. And also, it's not going to be what you're going to expect. I'm hearing that you have in your mind a certain job that you're going to be going for and which way direction you want to go. And it's going to be in a good way. It's going to be completely different than what you are expecting. Oh, Sarah, I'm going to answer this question, but I'm just so sorry because I've been hearing so many bad divorce stories. Okay, Miss Sarah wants to know, am I going to have to take my ex-husband to court? Sarah wants to know, is she going to have to take her ex-husband to court? What are y'all getting on that? Is Sarah going to have to? I know, right, Sissy? Everyone is, I love everyone who follows me. I just love you people. I love y'all. You're just being so sweet because y'all aren't saying, Sissy saying sadly, yes. Like you can just feel the sympathy coming through. People are saying yes with like a face of they're so sorry. So we're all getting the same thing. And there is a lot of sympathy coming your way. No one wants to have to deal with the court system and just the extra money and the emotional turmoil that comes with that. I'm so sorry, honey. Okay. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Spirits are at work. I'm trying to go back up to where I left off. I was trying to go back up and do some of these in order where I kind of left off. Okay, Sissy wants to know, oh, Sissy, goodness, this is wide open. This is a lot of energy that we're delving through here for Miss Sissy. She is asking, is my living situation going to get better?
She saw her butterfly yesterday too. That was from the other day.
Very good. All right, Miss Sissy, I'm going to ask you to go live real quick because we want to hear this story. We're still doing psychic. Y'all still keep putting your stuff in the, I'm sorry, I gotta take my sweater off. I'm hot. Sorry, I'm stripping for y'all. So sorry. Don't block me, TikTok. I'm taking my sweater off. Hi, Sissy.
Hey, I'm hiding from my husband.
Forgot about that.
Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my goodness. The second you went live, do you see my light flickering, Sissy?
I do.
That was
That's
not
my mother-in-law.
happening. That
That's
was
my
not
mother-in-law.
happening. Your mother-in-law?
I think
Yeah.
so, yes.
Okay, she can stop now. Like she's going crazy. That was not happening before I went live with you. Okay, so now, are you and your husband having problems?
No. My father-in-law's moved in with us
Oh,
since
that's
my
not-
mother-in-law passed.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm feeling you're having problems with a male in your house. I assumed it was your husband. That's what I get for assuming, right?
Oh, yeah, that's my father-in-law.
I'm so sorry, honey. She's saying, okay, this is just a joke.
I know.
Your mother-in-law is saying, just hit him over the head with a rolling pin. That's what I used to do.
I can see her doing that too.
Oh my gosh, this lady, she didn't play with him. Like, yeah, I'm surprised actually they stayed married.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so now is your living situation going to get better? I feel like it is, but not as soon as you want it to.
Okay.
I see you trying to push him out of your house, but he doesn't want to go. Where are you sending him?
We are building actually a tiny house right next to my house.
Okay.
And I personally feel, and this is just the way I feel, and I don't know what it is.
Mhm.
Once we get it done, he'll come over here and he might stay for a month, but I see him coming back and my daughter coming to the tiny house. That's what I foresee.
That is
happening.
exactly what I was, because I said, I see you trying to push him out the door and he won't go.
Yeah.
That's
He drives
right.
me nuts.
He's going to go and he's going to come back. He's going to circle back. Sissy, I'm telling you, you've been on my lives enough. I've read you a couple of times and I know what a sweet, compassionate heart you have. You cannot do that to yourself. You need to have a boundary. He cannot come live with you. You'll go crazy.
I'm already going crazy.
You have to put up that boundary, and you're building him a tiny house. That is enough. Tell him he can come over for dinner and then he has to go home, or whatever it is, 3 times a week. So you can come over for dinner 3 times a week and you got to go home.
Okay. I got that.
Okay, wait a minute. You have to promise me, Sissy, that you're going to put up boundaries with him because he's really going to make you really sad.
Oh, yes. I'm putting up boundaries with a lot of people right now. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to be one of them. He's not coming back, right?
no, he can't.
Yeah,
He
that's
can't.
right. He can't. Your health should not allow it.
I told my husband, I said, I'm taking your mama a rose whenever this is all, when I see her again. And he goes, okay. I said, nope, I'm taking her a dozen. I told him the other day, I said, I'm taking her the whole bush. She's getting the whole rose bush.
And once, now, did you notice that once I tapped into her and started kind of bringing her into the conversation and telling you some of the things she was saying, did you notice my light stopped flickering?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't planning on doing I wasn't planning on bringing forth a spirit when you jumped on. I was just going to kind of discuss this, situation with you, and she wasn't having it.
She was like, nope.
That's right.
Lee,
Uh,
Lee Kay says I'm her sister and can say this. I told her the same thing.
oh, Lee K, I can't see that comment, but my moderator just said your sister is on here saying that she told you the same thing. Okay,
She
so
did.
Lee K, let me tell you, you need to hog tie your sister and be some sense into her if she tries to not stand up for herself. She can't be having that.
She helps me. She guides me. I will say that. She does help me a lot.
I know, but Sissy, I'm just so afraid that your sweetheart is going to help to have you not putting up this boundary and it's going to make you miserable. And it would make me sad.
No, we're going to put up that boundary as soon as he moves out. We're going to get it set in stone.
I appreciate that. All right. Thank you, dear.
Thanks, Christy. Oh, I saw my butterfly.
Oh,
It
yes.
came all
That's
the
what
way
this
up to
whole
my
thing was
window.
about. What was that butterfly about? Yeah, yeah.
My Mamaw came through, and Mamaw and Meemaw came through Friday on your YouTube live and told you that I was gifted and I needed to use my gifts.
I remember that now.
Yeah.
And then oh, that's right. Now let's finish that, Miss Sissy, because she said that you were going to have to start coming out of the closet and talking to people about what you really believe. And I said, if that's what you're supposed to do, she needs to send the butterfly, and she did.
She did. She sent more than one. More than one.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation.
Thanks, Christy.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right, that was fun. So if anyone is interested, like I'm going live again this coming Friday on YouTube. It's so fun because on YouTube, it's a tiny amount of people and we're in a Zoom room and we're all like there. So it's just like we are chit-chatting. We are, asking questions and interacting. And so that was a reading I had done for Sissy. And Sissy, you heard her say that she was hiding from her husband. And the spirit had come up and said, you need to stop doing that and really start speaking your truth and what you believe in. And she was pretty much saying she couldn't do that. I said, okay, the spirit is saying, if what I'm saying is true, they're going to send you a butterfly. And we give them a time frame. I can't remember the time frame. And Sissy got her butterfly. Don't be afraid to ask your spirits for confirmation. Just make sure it's something they can do. I mean, don't make it like, I want a real live pink elephant walking down the street. All right, TikTok.
Oh, you said 6 days and it was 2.5.
I said apparently the time frame was 6 days and it was 2.5. All right, is TikTok will my cleaning business be successful? I'm hearing it will.
Are you local?
My moderator just said you're local. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you why he said that. And so I was wondering whether or not to add on to this, Miss TikToker. So I have someone, once I was diagnosed with cancer, to save some of my energy, I have someone come a couple of times a month to clean. I have a couple of friends that have, every single one of us, like just crazy stuff. I get in my bathtub one night and you can still, they had just cleaned that day and you could see the ring. My girlfriend the other day was talking about, she moved her ottoman in her living room. She has hardwood floors and there was dog hair under it and the cleaning people had just left. Most recently, we have downstairs in our basement, there's an area that is laminate and I was wiping it up. It looked like it hasn't been cleaned in a month and no one really stays down there. So, attention to detail is going to be, that's what I would make your advertisement. Of course, you have to make sure you follow through, but I'm hearing that is really, make sure you do cleaning. Like there's so many cleaning people out there who just do surface stuff. And I know, I mean, I pay like $25 an hour. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. All right. Yes, it will. Make sure you are using something about attention to detail in your logo. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. TikTok. All right. Let's see. Okay, Paige wants to know, will I be in my next relationship by the end of the year? Okay, Paige wants to know, will she be in her next relationship by the end of 2025? What are we getting? Is Paige going to be in her next relationship before the end of 2025? What are we getting? I was getting that too. The beginning of 2026.
In 2026.
Now, everyone is saying that. What I am also getting, Paige, is energy can be changed, right? Now, could you be in a relationship in 2025? You could, but it's not one you should be in. So if in the next couple of months you have the opportunity, you start dating someone and you think they're right for you and you just jump into it, it's not going to be the right relationship for you. There is some, what's wrong? My moderator was over there reading the comments and made a face. And I was like, what's wrong? He said, nothing. You made a face, dude.
Just keep going. You're doing great.
So make sure you are taking time to heal. And there's a couple of hurts I'm feeling that you need to process. Make sure you do that. And the next relationship would just be so nice. All right, let's see. Jen, will our next appointment this week go well to get the okay to start our next IVF cycle? Okay, so Jen wants to know if their next appointment, which will be this week, go well, and will they get the okay to start their next IV cycle? All right, what are y'all getting? Is Jen going to get the okay next week to start the next IVF cycle? What are we getting? Yes, I'm getting, I was waiting for some of them to come through. I'm getting yes. I was also getting a yes, you're going to get permission.
Sissy says it'll work too.
Yes, I was getting that. Okay, I don't really, I see someone, there is an appointment on my website that is Pet Psychic. Someone just asked, is there anything their dog wanted to know? So I will also read pets, like if I'm doing an appointment and a pet jumps on the screen. So I had an appointment last week. I have to tell you about this. It was so funny. The person came to me as a referral. They didn't know me. They really never watched me go live. And so they're on my screen. We're chit-chatting for a moment before I get into the appointment, and their cat jumps in their lap. She pets the cat and the cat goes away. I say, that cat you were just holding, they're complaining about their litter box. You just recently changed something about it and they're filing a complaint. They don't like it. And so apparently the lady had one of those, I don't know, electric ones that are automatically cleaning. And it was really big and she'd been having problems with it. So she bought another one, but it was a lot smaller. And at first she was like, well, I didn't really know. I said, yes, this cat is showing me going to the bathroom and he's all scrunched up. And that's when she told me she had changed the litter box from a small one to a big one. From a big one to a small one. I said, well, he's complaining. He doesn't like it. And she's saying, well, it's too expensive to change it back. Well, you get that. Sometimes you like get with the program, animal. That's all I can do for you. And so I said, well, I just want you to know that when he starts using the bathroom outside of the kennel, that is what it is. He doesn't have a urinary tract infection. Nothing is wrong with him. He's just upset because he has a smaller kennel. And she said, I woke up to that this morning. So he had already started using the bathroom outside, not the kennel, the litter box. All right. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Let's see. Oh, Wander with Soul. Let's answer this question for Wander with Soul. Will I receive this job I'm excited about? Oh, what are we getting? Okay, so now, one thing I want to warn y'all about, Wander with Soul is excited about this job, right? Because she said, will I receive the job I'm excited about? Do not hit her energy of excitement and think that is your answer. Look to see if she is actually starting the new job. So look to see, is she getting the job offer? is she actually starting it? Don't tap into her excitement because it might mislead you. Okay. Is Wander with Soul going to get this job that she is excited about? What are you going to, moderator?
Oh, no.
Really? You know, okay, Wander with Soul, everyone is saying no. I think I'm more with Sarah. Now, Sarah says, I think you're going to be disappointed. I don't know if that means Sarah thinks you're going to get the job and be disappointed, or you're going to be disappointed because you don't get the job. I think it's more of going to be, you're going to get the job. You're going to be given an offer. Something about it is going to be disappointing to you. So maybe you're expecting the offer and that company makes an offer, but it's not exactly what you applied for, or the money isn't what you want it to be. Red hair kids, I know, right? She has such beautiful energy, Wander with Soul. You had just such cute, beautiful, excited energy. That's what I was telling everyone. And red haired kids said, oh man, I felt her excitement immediately. I did too, and it was so sweet, Wander with Soul. You have really beautiful energy. Okay, Leanne. I don't know. Leanne is the name, but as Livia is asking this, are you old enough to be on here? Olivia wants to know, will Landon ask me on a date soon? Okay, so sometimes we have to think about this. Soon is a little bit ambiguous. But just think about, is Landon going to ask Olivia on a date in the next 3 weeks? To me, that's soon. So is Landon going to ask Olivia on a date in the next? Oh, you're 23. Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, what is it? I'm getting yes that he's going to ask you. Other people said not soon. Lana said not for a few months. Sissy is saying nope. I'm feeling like he's going to ask you out on the next. Okay, so I'm seeing him taking you on a date. So I want to make sure that everyone is clear on that. I'm not thinking he's going to ask you to go steady or be exclusive. I see him asking you on a date in the next few weeks. Keep us updated because I feel very excited about him and you. He feels like a really sweet person, and so do you, so I feel good vibes about it. All right. Let me see. So someone's asking me, how's my dad? I haven't seen signs for him since they passed. Hold on just a second. Let me make a note here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. And it is about a friend of mine who had a couple of girlfriends who've passed. A girlfriend of mine some of her friends had passed. And one of them in particular, she said, I made a TikTok about this. I'm going to call the person Doris. I haven't heard from Doris. Why haven't I heard from her? We were so sweet. And she was the one who really believed in this. She went to all your events. Why haven't I heard from her? I said, well, Doris is saying she's getting to you through electronics. And my friend was like, well, I haven't seen it. She's not doing it. I said, okay, well, now you need to start paying attention because she is telling me she's going to be getting to you through electricity. She's been doing that. Anything that's electronic, lights, a phone, something. So, oh my gosh. The next day, Doris started. And first, it took a little while for my friend to catch on. Her phone was dinging, like she was getting a notification. She'd go look at her phone. There was no notification. She still hadn't caught on. The next night, she had some lights on her deck. The whole string went out suddenly. It's been pretty new. It had been out there for a week. Then her garage door would randomly bounce up and close, electric garage door. And then the final thing where she's like, okay, I get it now. There was an electrical short in her air conditioning unit. It had been, the unit's about 30 years old, and she'd already had a bunch of work done on her house, and so she didn't have have AC, and it was really hot here that day. And so she said, I just started praying to Doris and my dad and all my spirits, like, I believe, I know you're here. Can you fix it? And randomly that thing started working. And she still had the repairman because she had called a repairman to come out and look at it. And he came out and looked at it and he couldn't find anything wrong. All right. We're going to answer this question for Jaylene. Oh, so the moral of that story is ask your people to be specific. If you want them to send you something so you know it's them, ask them to. Just make it something reasonable and give them a reasonable amount of time to bring it to your fruition. Your spirits are absolutely around you. Sometimes they become such a part of our environment, like the air we breathe, we stop recognizing them. All right, Miss Jaylene, did I make the right decision on helping my sister? Jaylene wants to know if she made the right decision on helping her sister. What are y'all getting? Did Jaylene? Yes, I am. I'm getting yes also. You did make the right decision to help her. Like, this one's unanimous. Yes, you made the right decision, sweet soul. You did, you did. Okay, Vicky wants to know, will I be moving by the water? Will I be moving by the water? What are y'all getting? You're welcome, Vicky. Okay, we're getting yeses and nos later. Okay. I do feel like you're going to be moving by the water, but it is going to be a while. I also want to remind everyone, I do have a free event coming up the end of August, and it is Intro to Mediumship Right for You. I will be doing mediumship readings and telling you how to get information. Also, this coming up Friday, me and someone named Dee are going to go live on YouTube. That is a fun live because it's a smaller group of people and you're so much more likely to get read on there. So if you can, Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time, Dee and I are going live. I'm going to be doing some mediumship readings. It's always a much smaller crowd and there's a lot of discussion. You can ask questions. It's a lot more interactive. All right, so I'd love to see you there. And even, I know, right, Sissy? Sissy says she loves Dee. Dee's a sweetheart. And even if you can't make it to the YouTube live, please follow me. I'm trying to kind of bump up that. Oh, did someone? I just have to refresh my screen here. Okay, it looks like they did already claim the 4th. Someone said, okay, yeah, it looks like they did. Looks like the 4th and my Saturday appointments booked up. Let me see. I think I have some next Saturday. Let's see here. Someone was on it.
Looks like August 9th. Saturday.
I don't know. Let me see. I didn't get that. Oh, you know what it was?
Oh, I don't see.
You know why the 4th isn't showing is because there is a window in which you have to book the appointments within like 24 hours or 36 hours, whatever that window is, and that window closed beforehand. I was like, because I don't see that it was booked.
I just refreshed and I show a 420.
Oh, there should be a 420.
30 minutes.
Oh, you know, that's what it is. It's it's still there. I'm sorry. So tomorrow at Monday at 4:20 or 4:30 CST, but you know, it's only 30 minutes. If you were trying to book a longer reading than that, it's not going to show because there's only space for a 30-minute. And that will be open for another 50 minutes. You have 50 minutes to book that appointment, 50. So there is another one tomorrow. There is one tomorrow, August 4th, 4:20 or 4:30 CST. but it's only for 30 minutes. There's not enough space for my calendar to allow a 50-minute one. So maybe that's what it was. Your hubby came outside. Well, tell him to join us. That's what we want to know. Okay, Gayla Joe, will we be able to keep the house? Oh, okay, Miss Gayla Joe, that's serious right there. What are we feeling on that? Will Miss Gayla Joe be able to keep the house? A lot of people are saying yes, and Sarah is saying it's going to be tough, but yes. And that's what I was feeling. I was hearing by the skin of your teeth, you're going to be able to, keep it. All right, let's see what we have going on here. All right. Sarah wants to know, will the meeting with the big boss tomorrow help make changes with the work issues? You are just fighting an uphill battle with that now, aren't you, Sarah? I'm so sorry. Okay, Sarah wants to know, will the meeting with the big boss tomorrow help make changes with the work issues? What are we getting on that? I know, not like it should be. That's exactly what I was getting. I was hearing, what they were showing me is, right, red hair kids, they're all getting the same. I was feeling like someone tapping you on the head, like they're going to kind of placate you, but there is not going to be any real changes made. So much high school drama. I know, no one likes to work in that. All right, so just a couple of reminders. I do have that appointment tomorrow at 4:20 or 4:30, but it's only a 30-minute one. And then towards the end of the month, I have a local in-person event with another psychic medium. And then I have a free Zoom event that is under the event section. Now, if you want to join me and Dee live on Friday at 3, you go to YouTube on Friday around 3 p.m. Central Time, and you will see us. It's a lot of fun. I put the Zoom link in there and you join it, and there's just there's such a small crowd. It's just so fun. Not everyone gets readings, but there's a lot of readings, a lot of cards, a lot of joking. It's just so fun.
August 16th at the tattoo room.
Oh, yes, I forgot. I also am going, my moderators told me, another local thing I'm doing here is August 16th at the tattoo room. I will be doing readings in person. There will be 15-minute readings or 30-minute readings that you can get. Yeah, get there early because you can't book ahead of time. And so at those events, typically you have to wait. And so get there early so that you can be one of the first ones in line, because there have been people usually want to do these events. Like if you're not there early, it's a long time. Like some people put their name on the list and leave and go have a drink or something and then come back. It's such a long wait.
It's 3 to 8, right?
It's 3 to 8. Yep, 3 to 8 tattoo room here in Omaha, Nebraska. Okay. Samantha Jinx wants to know, will B and I make it? So B is the first letter of this person's name. So will B and I make it? Oh. What are y'all getting? I am probably not good. I did a couple of mediumship readings earlier on, and I did mediumship reading early on in this live, and I also did some card readings earlier on in this live. And now we've switched to psychic because I haven't done psychic in such a long time. If you want to have an extra boost to getting a mediumship reading, join the YouTube live on Friday, because there's going to be not nearly as many people there. And it's a lot of fun. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. Also, my husband just, I'm being called by one of my children. So as y'all know, my children always, unless you're here paying for my time and we are in a meeting, then I am yours 1000% until your time is up. But I have one of my kids who's needing me right now. So I need to go take care of that. I want to thank everyone who has liked and shared my live. Now, this is something I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm going to try to go live every day for the next couple of weeks or until the beginning of September. So through August, I'm going to try to go live every day for at least 30, 45 minutes. Today, I did psychic cards and mediumship. Sometimes psychic doesn't always make it into that if I'm reading too long, if I'm doing cards and mediumship too long. Now, real quick, some in-person events. If you're in Omaha area, the 16th of this month, the Tatcha Room from 3 to 8, I will be reading. Later in the month, on August 28th, I have an in-person event with another psychic medium. And then the 29th of this month, a Zoom event called Intro to Psychic Mediumship, right for you. All right, thank you.
On your website.
Everything's on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, under events. Thank y'all.